10 Realities of Living in Birmingham, Alabama, What No One Tells You. If you are thinking about a move to Birmingham, Alabama, or even if you already live here, you have probably heard a lot of mixed opinions. So today, we're talking 10 realities of living in Birmingham that nobody puts in the brochure, that nobody talks about on the internet, the stuff you only find out once you actually live here. So grab your coffee and let's get into it. Reality number 1, the city is growing and the suburbs are absolutely booming. Let's start with the numbers because they tell a story. The 10-county Birmingham metro area added over 36,500 people between 2020 and 2025. Now here's the part that surprises people. The real growth isn't just in the city center itself, it's in the suburban ring. Shelby County added more than 15,500 residents since 2020. That's a 7% jump. St. Clair and Coleman counties are now among the fastest growing counties in the entire state of Alabama. And here's what's really interesting. International migration is a massive driver of this growth. Birmingham was actually the only metro in all of Alabama where international newcomers outnumbered domestic ones. Between healthcare, banking, and a growing tech presence, people are choosing this region from all over the world. That tells you something about what this city is becoming. The bottom line, Birmingham is not standing still. It's a city on the move, and the people who get here early are going to be very glad they did. Reality number 2, the traffic, or more accurately, the lack of it. Okay, this one genuinely shocks people who move here from bigger cities. The traffic in Birmingham is manageable, like actually manageable. The average commute in the suburbs runs 15 to 25 minutes on most days. That's not a typo. Compare that to Atlanta, where people are sitting in an hour of traffic each way just to get to work. Birmingham is in a completely different universe. The average congestion level sits at just 37%, and a typical 9-mile drive takes about 11 and a half minutes. Now, does that mean there are zero traffic headaches? Of course not. Rush hour on I-65 and US 280 can test your patience, but the scale of it is just incomparable to what people are used to in larger metros. And that short commute time gives you more time back. That's reality number 8, so stick with me. Reality number 3, 4 seasons without the suffering. Let me paint you a picture. It's January. You're in Birmingham. The high today is 55 degrees. You take a walk after lunch. You go hit tennis balls in the afternoon. The dogwoods are about 3 months away from blooming. You are not scraping ice off your windshields. You are not shoveling anything unless you work at a horse farm. You are just living. Birmingham sits in a humid subtropical climate. And what that means in plain language is 4 genuine seasons without the extremes. Winters are mild. The coldest month averages around 50 degrees. And the city sees fewer than 3 days of meaningful snow per year. For anyone moving here from colder climates, yes, including our friends in Canada, you can leave most of your heavy winter gear behind. A good fleece and a rain jacket are honestly all you need. Spring, it's absolutely breathtaking. Dogwoods, azaleas, redbuds, the whole city lights up from March through May. Fall is what locals brag about the most. Crisp air, stunning foliage, rolling across the Appalachian foothills, and football season. And summer is hot. We're talking 90 degrees with humidity, but it comes with a lifestyle. Lake days, evening porches, outdoor concerts. It's the South, and it's glorious. Reality number 4. The outdoor lifestyle will blow your mind. Here's one people genuinely don't expect. Birmingham has an outdoor lifestyle that rivals cities twice its size. Let's run through it quickly. Oak Mountain State Park, just 20 miles south of downtown, is Alabama's largest state park at nearly 10,000 acres. Hiking, mountain biking, swimming, camping, fishing, golf, a wildlife center, and a 65-foot waterfall. It's a complete outdoor destination just 20 minutes from your house. The Vulcan Trail and Red Rock Trail system. It's a growing 750-mile planned trail network right in the heart of Birmingham. It's easy, accessible, and gorgeous. The Mountain Brook Parkway Corridor. This one's a local secret. A flat, scenic greenway running from Homewood through Mountain Brook. It's perfect for running, cycling, walking, and it runs through some of the most beautiful neighborhoods in the South. Moss Rock Preserve in Hoover. It's 349 acres of waterfalls, boulder fields, and forest trails. Most people outside the region have never even heard of it. Locals treat it like their own private park. And then the lakes. Smith Lake, which is 45 minutes north. It's one of the deepest and cleanest lakes in the country. Lake Martin, about an hour to the southeast, which has 40,000 acres and 880 miles of shoreline. It's the only lake in Alabama that is designated a treasured lake for its water quality. This is one of the most unique things about Alabama, and specifically Birmingham. The Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail. The Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail is not just one golf course. It's a collection of 11 different sites across the state with nearly 500 holes of championship golf. It put Alabama on the national golf map. It attracts golf tourism and relocation buyers, and it offers high-end golf without the high-end pricing. What's unusual is you are getting a level of golf here that people typically travel for, but it's in your backyard. The Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail at Ross Bridge is one of the longest golf courses in the world and is a resort-style layout. The plus, you can live there. There are several other courses around town, including Shoal Creek Club, Greystone Country Club, which hosts the Senior PGA Tour, Highland Park, and Old Overton. So whether you are serious about golf or just enjoy being around that lifestyle, it is very much a part of living here. Reality number 5. The housing market is unlike anywhere else in the South. This is the one that real estate people from other markets cannot believe when they hear it. Birmingham's median home price is 56% below the national average. Let that sink in. But here's what makes it truly special. It's not just cheap housing, it's an extraordinary range of housing, all within 15 miles of each other. You want a stunning 1920s Tudor revival with original hardwoods in a National Historic District? Forest Park and Highland Park have them starting around $380,000. You want a charming, walkable bungalow, steps from boutique shops and restaurants? Homewood has them starting around $500,000, and people are fighting over them. You want a large family home in a top-ranked school district with room to grow? Vestavia Hills, average sold price around $690,000. It's a consistent, stable, and family-friendly neighborhood. You want Mountain Brook? the crown jewel, one of the most prestigious communities in the entire Southeast, with some of the best schools in the country, the average sales price hit $1.25 million in 2025, and homes sold for 104% of the list price. For context, that price gets you a mansion here. In other major southern metros, it gets you a townhome. This market is genuinely diverse, genuinely competitive in the right neighborhoods, and genuinely accessible in a way that no longer exists in Atlanta, Nashville, or Charlotte. Reality number 6. The culinary scene is legitimately world class. Okay, this one might be the biggest surprise of the whole video. Birmingham has a culinary scene that's earning national and now international recognition at the highest levels. And I mean that literally. When Michelin released its inaugural American South Guide in 2025, 11 of the 15 Alabama restaurants that were recognized were right here in Birmingham. 11. Bayonet, Lafette, Ovenbird, and Pizza Grace all earned Bib Gourmand distinctions, Michelin's Exceptional Food at Great Value Award, Automatic Seafood and Oyster Bar, Bottega, Chez Fanfan, Helen, Hot and Hut Fish Club, Rev, and Current Charcoal Grill all made the recommended list, and Partis Stitt of Bottega won the Michelin Outstanding Service Award. On the James Beard side, which is widely considered the Oscars of American food, Birmingham has been racking up nominations and wins for decades. Highland Bar and Grill won the Outstanding Restaurant. Dolister Miles won Outstanding Pastry Chef. Adam Evans of Automatic Seafood won Best Chef for the South. The city has been on a 17-year consecutive nomination streak. And the food festival scene. Birmingham's Southbound Food Festival, which used to be the Food and Culture, was named one of the top new festivals in the country by USA Today. Now, it runs 10 days, draws visitors from across the country, and celebrates the city's extraordinary culinary diversity. This is not a food scene that's impressive for Alabama. This is a food scene that's impressive, period. Reality number 7. Birmingham is more international than you think. Here's something that surprises almost everyone. Birmingham is quietly one of the most internationally connected mid-sized cities in the American South, and it shows up in multiple ways. Start with the economy. Mercedes-Benz chose Alabama for its exclusive U.S. assembly plant back in 1993 and has since invested $7 billion in the state, with over 4 million vehicles shipped worldwide. Honda, Hyundai, Toyota, and Mazda followed. The greater Birmingham region has attracted over $725 million in capital investment from international mobility companies since 2018 alone. Then you've got UAB, the University of Alabama at Birmingham, home to students and faculty from 140 countries. That's international academic energy that flows directly into the city's neighborhoods, restaurants, and civic life. And the growth numbers back it all up. Birmingham was the only metro in Alabama with more international migration than domestic migration. New residents are arriving daily from Latin America, Asia, Europe, and beyond, opening businesses, buying homes, and enriching our community in ways that are genuinely reshaping the region's character. You feel it when you eat here: Korean barbecue in Hoover, modern Indian in Homewood, Authentic Italian steps from the botanical gardens. The city's international soul is real and it's growing. Reality number 8, the work-life balance is something else entirely. Remember when I mentioned the commute? Here's why that matters so much. When your drive to work is 15 to 20 minutes rather than 45 to 60 minutes each way, something remarkable happens. You get your life back, not theoretically, actually. You can leave the office at 5 o'clock and be on the sideline coaching your kids' soccer practice by 5:30. You can join that adult pickleball league, which is one of the fastest growing recreational communities in the metro area, without it requiring military level scheduling. You can actually use your lunch hour to get a workout in and still make it back to your desk. Or, and this one sounds almost radical, you can take your spouse to lunch at a real restaurant on a Tuesday because the restaurant is 8 minutes away. The outdoor lifestyle we talked about, Oak Mountain, the trails, the lakes, it's not just a weekend thing here. It's a Tuesday thing. A post-workout hike before sunset, an evening round of golf, a bike ride on the Mountain Brook Parkway while it's still light out. People who move to Birmingham from bigger metros describe the same experience. They're suddenly present for their kids, connected to their community, physically active, and genuinely rested. And they realize the city's geography quietly made all of it possible. That's not a small thing. For a lot of people, that's everything. Reality number 9. The community is warm, engaged, and genuinely welcoming. This is one of the biggest reasons people stay. Neighbors talk to each other. People smile at you. They will let you merge in traffic. There's something about this place that's hard to quantify, but impossible to miss once you're here. Neighbors actually know each other. People wave. Strangers strike up conversations in parking lots and at the coffee shops. When you move into a neighborhood in Homewood, Vestavia, or Forest Park, people notice and they show up, sometimes with a loaf of bread. Each neighborhood has its own distinct personality. The artsy, energetic spirit of Avondale, the tight-knit family feel of Homewood, where locals genuinely describe the neighborhood as a family. The civic pride and historic preservation culture of Highland Park and Forest Park, the polished community invested energy of Mountain Brook and Vestavia. But the thread running through all of them is a real investment in the people around you. Neighborhood associations thrive here. Volunteer groups show up. Church communities are strong. Local festivals, like the Doodah Day, Pepper Place on Saturday Market, Magic City Art Connection, the Southbound Food Festival, or the Sidewalk Film Festival draw real community participation, not just foot traffic. Now look, I'll be real with you. Every city has a grump or two. You'll find the occasional impatient driver or the neighbor with strong opinions about your parking. That's just life. But in Birmingham, that's the exception. The overwhelming experience for people who move here is one of warmth, ease, and the genuine surprise of how quickly this city starts to feel like home. Reality number 10, crime is improving and the suburbs are genuinely safe. If you are looking at safety, and you should be, I always recommend looking at different sources. The most official is the Alabama State Crime Dashboard that pulls directly from law enforcement. Then there is Spot Crime, which shows recent activity, and there's also various pages on social media. I want to be straight with you here because you deserve honest information. Birmingham proper has had real challenges with crime, In 2024, it was a historically difficult year. But here's what happened next, and this is very important. In 2025, homicides in the city dropped 44%. That brought Birmingham below 100 homicides for the first time since 2015. The homicide clearance rate, meaning cases resulting in an arrest, reached 87%, which was up from 53% the year before. Mayor Randall Woodfin's administration approved a $15.8 million police recruitment and retention plan. They formed an independent Birmingham Crime Commission, launched a special enforcement division targeting high crime networks, and implemented focused deterrence strategies modeled on national best practices. The trend line is now meaningfully pointing in the right direction. And for anyone considering the suburbs like Mountain Brook, Vestavia Hills, Homewood, Hoover, Trussville, and Shelby County, crime rates are genuinely low, comparable to the safest communities anywhere in the country. These are safe, family-friendly, well-policed communities where people raise kids, walk their dogs at night, and leave their garage doors open. That's the reality on the ground. Data is important, but in Birmingham, it is very neighborhood specific. That's where working with someone locally really matters. So there you have it. 10 realities of living in Birmingham, Alabama that most people never hear about. A metro that's growing fast, with a commute that gives you your life back, weather that trades your parkas for a porch, an outdoor scene that rivals cities twice its size, a housing market that will make your jaw drop, a culinary scene earning Michelin and James Beard recognition, an international character that enriches every neighborhood, a work-life balance that's genuinely rare in modern America, a community that wraps its arms around newcomers, and a city that is actively, meaningfully working to become safer every single day. Is Birmingham perfect? No. No city is. But it is one of the most compelling, most underrated, most genuinely livable metros in the entire South. Absolutely. And I think the people who discover it early, like you, watching this right now, are the ones who are going to look back in 10 years and say they saw it coming. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to Selling the South, and drop a comment below. I want to know what surprised you the most about Birmingham. And if you're thinking about making a move to this area, reach out. That's what we're here for. I'll see you on the next one. Welcome to the South.